Good evening and many thanks for watching KTN News. My name is Dennis Aseto. Every Tuesday is Planet Action Day, where we get to have conversations around climate change, what it is you and I must do to be able to change the tide that continues to ravage this world. Nairobi and Kenya, to be specific, we are experiencing floods never been seen before. Kenyans have been swept away. Property, animals and food have been washed away by the raging waters. But what is it that you and I can do? What is it that we must do to be able to change the tide? I am Dennis Aseto. This is Planet Action. And we go straight to our top story right now. And it's all about road projects and how they would affect the ecosystems that we have now. It is a win for conservationists after the High Court halted the construction of the proposed Mombasa Road through the Aberdare National Park until the case before it is heard and determined. Now, the petitioners argue that the road, which seeks to connect Nyeri and Nyandarua counties, will interfere with the Aberdare ecosystem, which is home to thousands of species of wildlife and one of Kenya's 5 water towers. Clement Masombo has this story.
Proposed construction of Lot 4 Mombasa Road through the Aberdare National Park, connecting the counties of Nyeri and Nyandarua, Atihithe and Ndunyunjeru, sent cold chills down the spines of conservationists to swiftly move to court. 3 organizations, the East African Wildlife Society, Kenya Forest Working Group and Africa Center for Peace and Human Rights, jointly filed a case against the Kenya National Highways Authority (KENHA), the Kenya Water Towers Agency, the National Environmental Management Authority (NEMA), and Norken International, an organization contracted by NEMA to conduct an environmental social impact assessment report for the proposed road. The Kenya Forest Services and the Kenya Wildlife Services were also roped in the case filed at the Environment and Lands Court. The petitioners argue that the road will cause irreversible damage to the Aberdare ecosystem, home to thousands of species of wildlife and one of Kenya's 5 water towers. They want KENHA and other relevant agencies to consider alternative routes, which they say will have less impact on the ecosystem. According to the license issued by NEMA, the road will eat away 75 hectares of bamboo vegetation, 14 hectares of montane, and 14 hectares of moorland. As the debate around the construction of the road gains momentum, residents of sections of Nyandarua County have continued to mount pressure on the government to construct alternative route. Apart from denying them access to essential government services, they say the bad roads have left their farm produce going bad before getting to the market.
Kila kitu barabara ni baya. Saa ngine tunaenda hata gamvuti ina shida, inashotelea maji. Maji inakuwa kila mahali. Tunakaa vibaya kabisa.
Karoti kilo moja tunanunua hapa shilingi 5, shilingi 10 kwa kilo. Kienda tu hapa Kariamu unastukia ni shilingi 30, 40. Kwa hivyo tunaona ile shida inakuwa kubwa na ndio inafanya hatupati pesa. Ni hiyo barabara kuwa maintenance yake ni baya.
Sasa hapa carrots kama saa hii hata hupati mnunuzi. Lakini ukiuliza pale ya Kenali kwenda Nairobi, karoti wanauza 1,000 na 1,500. Lakini hapa ukiuliza mtu anakwambia hiyo barabara ya kwenu kutoka hapo kupeleka Kariamu ama kupeleka Gieterero iende pande ya Nyeri ni bei kali. Sasa tunaona tu afadhali ikuliwe na ng'ombe. Hata ng'ombe zimekataa siku hizi.
The construction of Mombasa roads was initiated by retired President Uhuru Kenyatta with the aim of connecting the counties of Nyeri, Nyandarua and Nakuru. Clement Masombo, KTN News, Nyeri County.
And Elders Member of Parliament Aden Kaidan has asked the government to provide emergency aid to those affected by the flood situation in the country. Now, Kaidan says many Kenyans have been left homeless due to the ongoing rains and called on the government to take urgent measures to deal with the situation to avoid further loss of life.
The ongoing heavy rains have posed a huge challenge in the country, causing death, destruction and displacement. In northern Kenya, the floods have caused distress and suffering to residents, especially in the county of Garissa and the neighboring county of Tana River. Elders MP Aden Kaidan has now urged the government to mobilize emergency food and medical supplies to support the affected flood communities.
Tunaomba serikali yetu, kwa sababu hiyo ni shida ambayo inatoka kwa Mungu. Kwanza kabisa turekebishe barabara ambayo inatoka kutoka Nairobi inakuja sehemu ya mkoa ama sehemu ambayo inaitwa Kaskazini Mashariki. Ya pili, kuna wale watu ambao wamekuwa na shida, barabara imefungwa. Tunataka serikali pia ilete chakula, wakishirikiana na serikali yetu ya kaunti, walete chakula, walete dawa ili wananchi pia wasaidike hapa.
Heavy rains have already rendered major roads in northern Kenya impassable, with most villages flooded, leading to major towns and neighboring counties cut off. In this regard, the lawmaker is now urging the government to complete the multi-million shilling Butte Dam. The MP says this will go a long way in harvesting and storing rainwater coming all the way from the Ethiopian highlands.
Kaona hiyo laga kutoka Buna, kutoka Butte, Buna, Elders, hata hapa Griftu, hiyo kiwango yote ni ile maji inatoka Ethiopia. Kwa hivyo I want to appeal to the President and the Minister for Water Development to urgently conclude the construction of Butte Dam so that we can harvest water from these torrential floods. It is the only way we can guarantee the future. It's the only way we can engage in agroforestry. The only way that we can also ensure that our people don't suffer the effects of floods.
The MP was speaking in Tula town, Elders constituency, while launching bursary worth 41 million shillings through the national government CDF kitty to poor and needy learners who cannot afford fees ahead of the now delayed second term.
Kuwaletea bursary ambaye imefika kwa kiwango ya shilingi milioni 41, na kupitia miradi hii serikali yetu tukufu, kupitia bunge, kupitia shirika kuu ya NCDF, tumewajibika na tumeona elimu ndio kile kitu muhimu sana jamii yetu inaweza kurithi kutoka kwa jamii, kutoka kwa serikali, kutoka kwa kila mmoja wetu.
Ahmed Hussein, KTN News, Wajir County.
Very well, and those images get to show you the situation in the country right now. The ongoing rains, the raging floods that we continue to experience, and the devastating effects of the same. People's houses being washed away. Talk about food, animals being washed away, and leaders calling on assistance and help from both the national government and other stakeholders. And with regard to climate change and the effects in it, today we want to talk about the voice of the children in this entire conversation. In studio with me is Shanariha Evans. She is a climate change advocate. She is an author and also an artist. She sings. We want to have this discussion on why she is in this space and how important it is for her to get involved in this. She comes from the coast, that is Mombasa County, and in this book she talks a lot about plastic pollution and why we should go all out in cleaning the oceans and all the water bodies and just taking care of our environment. Welcome on the show, Shanariha. And as we just have this discussion, I mean, Shanariha, you are a climate change activist, very young, and why is it important for you? Why did you see the necessity for you to just get into this space?
First, I saw the importance because when I was younger, I used to love going to the beach a lot. Then there's once I went to the beach and I saw a lot of people polluting the ocean. Like they can eat their snacks and then now they just throw it into the soil, and sometimes the shore of the soil comes a lot of waves and just picks everything and takes it back to the ocean, and that affects the marine life, and that's what causes caries. And that's not really healthy, so that's what I'm trying to avoid right now.
Yeah, and if I just go to your book, there is no fish to catch nor sell. I will sleep hungry today. This according to a fisherman. And you go on to talk about your mother and the importance of you taking care of the environment and stop plastic pollution. So just how bad is the situation when it comes to plastic pollution at the ocean? You come from the coast, I only visit there on holidays.
It's really, really bad. As I was saying earlier, garis are like a big collection of microplastics, and they're very big, and that's really bad for the ocean and for the marine life and basically anything concerning the ocean. It's really bad, and that's what we need to avoid because we get a lot of things from the impact. We get a lot of impact from the ocean. The ocean covers like over 71% of our Earth. So we need to take care of it.
Yeah.
we need to take care of it.
And now, Shinaria, as we talk about this, you are also an artist who's including this information also in the songs that you release. Now, why are you taking these bold steps? I mean, you are writing, you are on ground making sure that the environment is being cleaned, the plastics are being picked and also disposed well. And you're also into singing, making sure that this climate change conversation gets out there, conversation that people your age probably are not interested in. But as you sing, what is the feedback that you get even from your peers back in school?
My peers in school, my friends in school really love what I'm doing right now. One of my friends even joined me in this climate change, everything. Yeah, they're really supportive and they really help me. They even attend to my beach cleanups once a month. They're really supportive. Yes.
Talk me about your beach cleanup once a month. I mean, who do you engage? Is the county government involved? Is it just you? Is it the community? When you go to clean up the beach, how did you start? How is it going? And what do you want to see done? What kind of assistance do you want to see?
So it's going really well. I've been hosting beach cleanups once a month. I invite my friends, some other people come, I get to meet new people, and also the county government is supporting me. Yes.
And now, do you think the county government, the national government, say the schools, are involved as they should be in this entire climate change conversation? Do you think it's a fight that you're only fighting on your own, or are others also on this?
Others are also on this, but I feel like more people need to engage to this. More people need to join what I'm doing right now.
What do you want to see the government do?
Just a lot more people join me. I want to see like one day the governor coming to do the beach cleanup with me.
And the president is also big on the entire conversation on climate change. We see he gave us a holiday to go plant trees and see them grow.
Yes.
And now, do you feel like the voice of the young people, the voice of the children in this entire conversation is included, or is it just for the honchos, for the big guys?
Most of it is children, because you can see most adults don't know the SDGs. So most of the voices is the children. Most children do this. You can go and ask an adult, what does SDG stand for? You expect them to respond, but they don't know the meaning. Yes.
So in terms of SDGs, what SDG are you currently working on, and what do you want to see happen?
I am working on SDG 14, which is life below water, and I want to see improvement in our marine life. I expect to go to the ocean and see it clean. I expect the ocean to have more bins, so where you can throw your trash.
And now, when we talk about the beach and the cleanup, I mean, that is not only the problem that is affecting the environment there. We also have the oceans rising. And when the oceans rise, this is reclaiming land. You find people are being displaced because of the waters that are now reclaiming land. And also in terms of fishermen going about their business becoming more difficult. You know, communities are being destroyed because of the rising sea levels. Now, how bad is the situation on the coast? And when you talk to the people on the importance of cleaning the beach, what do they say?
When I talk to people about cleaning the beach, some agree. Once I went there, some of the shopkeepers helped me clean. But some people just look at me and then walk away. Yeah. So I feel like more people need to be positive about this, because this is our home. This is what God gave us, so we need to take care and cherish it. Yeah.
And I just want you to talk to the parents out there on allowing children to be involved in this conversation. Like we were discussing earlier, I mean, I've been here long enough, and you will spend more time on the face of the earth, and that means it needs to be taken care of right now so that you have it easy moving forward. So therefore, just talk to parents at home on the need and the importance of them involving children in this entire conversation about climate change.
So to the parents out there, you should involve your children in this so we can make this a better world for our future generations. Because if we don't, they'll have a really horrible world to live in, and we need to make it better for them, better and safer for them.
And finally, this entire conversation you find, we are having it here. I mean, there is COP28 that is happening. We have high delegate meetings that happen because of climate change. But do you think it's about time that this entire conversation is also included in the school curriculum, say from grade 1 or even pre-primary? Children are involved in this conversation even as they study.
Yes, it should be like involved, educated in school. Teachers should know about it and educate it to the children. Yeah, I feel like it should be educated in schools, yeah.
Now talk to me about your career, your music career, and this entire conversation. Just talk to us on why music is important to you, why you think, who you speak to in your music, and if at all this message gets to the people through music.
So music is really important to me. I don't know what I'll be without music. Because like I really love music. Since I was young, since I was like 3 years old, I've always loved music. So I'm also trying to speak to people about the environment through my music. I've sung a song called Pressure, yeah, about the environment, and yeah.
So when we talk about the song called Pressure, I mean there is the book that you've just released. So if I want to get your book, how do I get to you?
You can. My book is available on Amazon for about $17, or you can buy it at my shop, Sasa Shop. If you want to get it at my shop, you can contact 07266555925. Then you can place an order there.
And I think also let's just talk about your mom, because according to the book, your mom is a champion. She has the reason behind what it is you're doing, the support she is giving you. I mean, just talk to us and thank mommy for a good job she's doing.
I really thank you, Mom, for the support, because without you, this book could not be here, my music career could not be here, and basically, I wouldn't be here. So I really thank you for all the support you've given me, and also my father.
And to the children out there on the importance of being involved here?
You should make sure you take action on the environment, take part. Yeah, it's a really amazing thing, and it's also fun because you get to make friends. Yes.
And I just want you to finally comment on the situation that you have in the country today, the floods. I mean, what's your view on the same, if you have any?
Pardon me?
What's your view on the floods that is happening in the country?
I feel like it's really bad because like schools have also postponed. Yeah, and it's really not fun. It's not fun at all. Yeah, so we need to improve on what we do to the earth so that we can avoid such things.
Shanaria Evans, she is a climate change advocate, she is an artist, she is an author. Her book, The Ocean Warrior, talks about the importance of taking care of Mother Earth, the importance of us to take care of our oceans. How do you dispose of plastic is the big question. Remember, the country banned the use of plastics and recently also banned the use of the plastic liners that we use in our garbage bins, all in an effort to getting rid of plastics that continue to destroy the environment. In the book, she talks about how plastics continue to destroy the marine environment and also the fish that we use on a daily basis. A challenge to the adults, a challenge to the government and all the stakeholders to play ball, to come on board and make sure that they leave their mark on the same. Shanaria, I wish you the very best as you continue with this conversation. I mean, climate change is a problem for all of us. But now let's take a short commercial break. When we come back, we get into a discussion on what we need to do to get our ecosystems back, our biodiversity, but all that after this short commercial break.